On February 29, 2000, in the quiet town of Aberdeen, Australia, a crime scene so horrific unfolded that it left even hardened detectives shaken to their core. A man's body hung from a meat hook, his head boiling in a pot on the stove, and plates of his cooked flesh laid out on the dinner table. But who could commit such a gruesome act, and what twisted motivation lay behind this macabre scene? The perpetrator of this nightmarish scene was Catherine Knight, a 44-year-old mother of 4 who worked at the local abattoir. Her victim was John Price, her de facto partner. But to understand how this grisly murder came to pass, we must delve into Knight's dark past and the events leading up to that fateful night. Catherine Mary Knight was born on October 24, 1955, in Aberdeen, New South Wales. From the start, her life was marred by dysfunction and violence. Her mother, Barbara Rauchen, was trapped in an abusive relationship with Knight's father, Ken Knight. Barbara would often regale her daughters with graphic details of her life, instilling in them a hatred for men, and Knight claimed she was assaulted by several family members until the age of 11, though not by her father. Growing up, Knight developed a fascination with knives and violence. At the local abattoir where she worked, she was quickly promoted to boning and given her own set of butcher's knives. These knives became her prized possessions, which she hung over her bed so they would always be handy if I needed them. This chilling habit would continue throughout her life, foreshadowing the brutality to come. Co-workers would later say that Knight would sometimes purposefully nick arteries in the animals she skinned so she could watch them bleed. Catherine was always going to kill someone. It was just a matter of when, where, and who. Knight's romantic relationships were a parade of violence and abuse. Her first marriage to David Kellett in 1974 set the tone. On their wedding night, she tried to strangle him because he fell asleep after only having 3 times. The violence escalated, with Knight burning all of Kellett's clothes and hitting him with a frying pan, fracturing his skull. Over the years, Knight's pattern of abuse continued with subsequent partners. She slit the throat of one boyfriend's 2-month-old puppy as a warning. She stabbed another with scissors and hit him with an iron. Each relationship ended in violence, with Knight's rage seemingly growing with each passing year. As a mother, Knight's behavior was equally disturbing. In a chilling incident, she left her 2-month-old daughter on railway tracks shortly before a train was due. The infant was miraculously saved by a passing elderly man. Knight's mental state led to multiple stays in psychiatric wards. After the railway incident, she was admitted to St. Elmo's Hospital in Tamworth and diagnosed with postnatal depression. Later, she was forcibly admitted to Morisset Psychiatric Hospital after threatening people with an axe and taking a child hostage. Despite these interventions, Knight's violent tendencies persisted.